All right, today I want to show you how to add an assignment or create an assignment in Classkick. This is basically the home page that you open up to, and you can see over here you have assignments and rosters. And once we get the pro version of Classkick, I'll show you how to import rosters directly from your Google Classroom. But in assignments, you're going to come over here to the plus button up here in the right upper corner, and you can create a new blank assignment or create from a file if you already have a PDF or Microsoft document or anything like that. That'll probably be the easiest thing to do. There is an assignment library, but there's not a lot in there right now for different subjects, but you can browse that if you want to. But we're going to go ahead and create from file. So you click on that, it opens up, and I'm going to get to an assignment. Okay. We're going to open up this math and English example. Now, I can import every page. This is 4 pages, and you can preview what it is. I can import all 4 of them. Okay. I can actually import just one of them. So I just want to import this first one. Then I just hit next. It'll preview. That's the only thing I'm importing is that first page now. And it's going to say add a new question, which is fine. Just leave that where it is. And you would hit next. Okay. If you want to add it, say just pages 1 and 3. Okay. So I got page 1. I want to go back and get page 3. Then I add another. And I go to page 3 and I hit next. Okay. So I now have page 1 and page 3. And then I can click finish and it'll create it. So you can see I now have page 1. We're in the edit assignment. It went directly to that. It directly imports it in. There was page 3 out of my worksheet. So I have these in here. Okay. Now, in this, go ahead and name. So this is you can list a subject on it if you want to. This would be math and English both. So I could math and say reading. I can assign grade levels if I want. And this will just help you later when you organize stuff, you can search for it. You can share this, access. You can actually share this with your colleagues if you want to share it, but you can do that, or you can just leave it private only for students. So now we're going to come in and show what kind of examples, what kind of questions can you add to Classkick. So I click on this. First thing you can see down here, what they were supposed to do is cut these out and then paste them into these blocks and then type in the numbers here, the total sum. So for these sums, I'm going to go ahead and add up here. See, I have fill in the blank. Up here I have multiple choice. I have manipulative, which we're going to talk about here shortly. I can add an audio to this. I can add a picture to it. And I can add links if I want them to go to websites. Okay. And I'll show you that example of that here in a minute. But we're going to go with a fill in the blank right now. And all I do, there's my fill in the blank. I can add an acceptable answer over here and set a point value to it. So this one should be 14 is what they should be able to type in there. I can set point values, so I'm going to add 1, and there's a fill in the blank. I come down, I do the next one. Okay, this one should be 13. You can see how I'm doing this. I would do that for each one of these. Okay. Now, for these, let's say I want them to be able to move these in there. So now I'm going to add a manipulative. I'm going to come up here. It's going to ask me to select a file. I want to select that same file because that's where those cutouts are. So I'm going to come over here. That was my math and English. And there's my cutouts. Now, what you have to do on this is highlight what you want. So I'm going to highlight just one of them. Hit next. There's my preview. That's what they'll see. And now I have this, but I want the other ones too. So I'm going to add another. I then highlight that one. Click next. Okay, go ahead. There's the preview of what you're going to see. Next again. Add another one. So every manipulative or everything that I want them to be able to drag and drop, I just highlight individually. And now I got all of them in there. So I can click on finish. It'll populate these on the page. Now I can put these wherever I want. Okay. I'm actually going to put these, I'm going to shrink this a little bit. Now I can put these over to the side. Okay. What the student will see, it'll see these over on the side, and all they got to do is drag and drop. Since I shrunk this, move that up there. Now I'm going to fill in the blank. Okay. But now all they'll do is they'll come on this page, they'll grab this and drag it into, we want the 13 here or 14 there, so it would drag this one up here. And that's going to be really good, especially for the younger kids. They can do drag and drop even from a phone or an iPad. So they'll be able to do that. And they can type in numbers here for the fill in the blank. So that's a very easy exercise for them to do. Now, if I was actually doing this, I wouldn't have left this on there. I would have cut it out. So now, that's one way to get something in. I'm going to show you another way to do it. Say you already got this started and you just want to add something to it. You want to go back and add one of the other pages from those 4 pages that we started with. So we had 1 and 3 in there. I'm now going to add, this is in a PDF. Okay. It could be in a Word file or it can be in a PDF. Now I want to add the second page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste it in. So I'm going to come over here. There's on each one of, whether you're using Adobe or you're using what I'm using, which is called Foxit Reader, there is basically a screenshot option. This is called snapshot in this. So I can basically snapshot this and then now copied it. Okay. So now all I got to do is come over to Classkick, and this is where there's no paste button up here. But the paste, this is one of the keyboard shortcuts you need to know, is Control V. And there's my worksheet. Right. Pasted it right in there. So if you want to add something to it after you've already started an assignment and you didn't add everything in to begin with, this is an easy way. You can do this from Word. You can do it from PDF files. You just copy and paste. Right. And then I could do the manipulative for these again and add that in there. You can add multiple choice questions. You can add links. I'll show you a link. Say I want them to, on, let's say the first one, associative property. And I look up property of addition example. And let's say I want them to go to this website. I just Control C, copy, website link. I'm in the Classkick and I click on the link. I name it. And I paste in my link. Now they have a link that will take them directly to that website. And you can embed that right in there. And that's a good way. You can also embed a link to, say you got a Screencastify video. You can upload a link and associate a link for your Screencastify videos from your Google Drive. So this is a good way to get them content built into the Classkick assignments that they can look at and then go to the assignment directly. So that is how we add in different types of questions. And you can see you can assign points to these questions. You can add the drag and drop, which is going to be great for the younger kids. And in the next couple videos, we'll look at what do you do and what you can actually see as a teacher, which is one of the big reasons I'm going to be using Classkick.